You guys, thank you so much. And it's great to be with all of you. Thank you for letting me share a bit with you. I won't repeat the policy matters that Mayor Pete talked about or Governor Roy, but let me just say a couple things. I'm from Louisiana, I'm from the Deep South. What we have been witnessing uh, with Trump and Trumpism is really the manifestation of a couple of ideas that have been with us since the beginning of our country, which reared its head during the Civil War and over the course of history has percolated, but it never made its way into the United States Capitol until the date of the insurrection, nor did it make its way into the White House, where it had the power of the presidency behind us. I think all of you know now, as you listen to the words that are being spoken by Donald Trump, those words are a manifestation of what I think is the root of the poisonous tree. It's a complete rejection of really what America was about, essentially. So when when Burchett says that Vice President is a DEI hire, or Tommy Tuberville, who actually, the senator from Alabama, who couldn't find Alabama on a map, says that she's not qualified. Essentially, what they're saying is a burden that women have been carrying, African Americans have been carrying, anybody who doesn't fit the main narrative have been carrying, which is that really some of us are created more equal than others, and that some of us don't get to enjoy the rights and the responsibilities of the burdens of others. And yet, there's been another strain in America that has fought against that. You hear the idea that the arc of the moral universe is bent towards justice, but somebody's got to bend it, and it's getting bent the wrong way. And at this particular moment uh, in history, we really have a struggle in front of us. Bradley spoke to this issue. You have to earn democracy every day. It just doesn't show up. You really got to fight for it. And right now, I happen to think the wolf is at the door of the house of democracy. And then unless we beat it back, unless we really stand up and push it back, then it actually could fall. And once it falls, it is near impossible to get it back. So I do think that we need to stand in this moment. Kamala is carrying on her shoulders 248 years of pain, of agony, of hope, of frustration. And no matter how high she jumps, no matter how many degrees she has, no matter how good her grades are, she's never good enough because they're always moving the line. And I think in that idea, she holds the heart of so many people who have been left out. But what Pete said is also true, that we have on the tip of our hands the future, the promise of America, the fact that America hasn't really begun to scratch the surface of her greatness, but the excitement of her candidacy that you feel out there is this kind of pent up hope that is it really possible that we can get it done? And the answer is yes. However, we got to show up. And I would just say this to the white men of America: this idea somehow that when other people get, we lose, that when some people benefit, we just get left behind. That is absolutely not true. I have 5 kids, 2 daughters. My brother and sisters and I, the 9 of us, have 38 kids, and there are 19 of them are young women. Some of them are married, some of them are not. Some of them have kids, some of them don't. Each and every one of them has an incredible future. And the better they do, the fact of the matter is, the better all of us do. This idea that out of many we are one really does work. It's a richer, deeper, more wonderful way to live, but you got to stand up for it. And the truth of the matter is, as Roy Cooper was saying, politically and numerically, if white guys would just show up, if we would stand up and be counted, if we would talk about what it really means to be a great partner and a man, which is to protect and to help and to lift up and to not push down, all of us are going to be better for it. And I think that you will see the vice president speaking to this very forcefully as she speaks about an economy that's going to work for everybody, as she speaks about democracy, but as has been said, when she speaks about freedom, because freedom is for everybody. Freedom is for hope. Freedom is for aspiration. And as I have said, the thing that I am so excited about, and I have had the chance to work with her, I know her, I love her, she's tough, she's smart, she's capable, she's ready to go. But more importantly, the future that she sees for us, for all of us, is so compelling that it should get everybody up off of their feet, because nothing less is going to matter. And I'll end with Bradley, who is drawing down for us where it really matters, whether you call it fight or whether you call it submission, or the thing is, you have to go out and vote. This election is going to be won in 7 swing states. It's going to be won on the margins. It's going to be one when a coalition comes together who believes that when we do things together, we're better. And white men have to show up. If we show up to the tune of 1 or 2 or 3 more percentage points, that democracy that's in our reach will be ours for the taking. So I thank all of you for what you are about to do, but we really have to get at it. You have 100 days, and every one of those days is going to matter. So God bless you all, and thanks for getting in the fight.